Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dalsan TV English News Bulletin. I'm your presenter, Ifrah Noor. Now let's have a look at the top stories that are making headlines for the day. United States Embassy donates vehicles to Somalia's judicial institutions. President Mohamud faiths Galmudug State team for their interstate regional tournament victory. And finally, Senegalese lawmakers vote to postpone presidential election. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now let's delve into the full bulletin. Several people are feared to be dead. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now let's delve into the full bulletin. Several people are feared dead following a bombing attack in the busy Bakaro market in Mogadishu. Multiple sources said bodies were seen at the scene of the incident near Abu Huraira Mosque. There was no immediate comment from the police. Our reporter has more on this story.
A devastating bombing attack has struck the bustling Bakaro market, leaving several people feared dead and many more injured. Multiple sources on the ground have reported witnessing bodies at the scene near Abu Huraira Mosque, painting a grim picture of the aftermath. As of now, the police have not issued an immediate comment on the incident, leaving the public in a state of anxious uncertainty. Eyewitnesses have revealed that the bustling market was rocked by at least 3 powerful blasts that reverberated through the area. Traders within the market have confirmed that the mortars specifically targeted commercial centers, causing widespread destruction and chaos among the local business community. The identity of the perpetrators behind the heinous act remains unknown, as of no group has claimed responsibility thus far. However, it is important to note that Al-Shabaab militants have frequently carried out mortar attacks in the past, particularly targeting Somali government centers and the Mogadishu airport. The absence of a claim from any specific group has left the authorities and security forces in a race against time to unravel the truth behind this tragic event. In response to the incident, the police and security forces have swiftly initiated an investigation into the origin of the mortars. Their primary objective is to identify the perpetrators responsible for this responsible act of violence and bring them to justice. Such attacks are mostly conducted by the militant group Al-Shabaab, but they have not claimed any responsibility. The Bakaro market, known for its vibrant ambience and bustling trade, serves as a vital economic hub in Mogadishu. The attack has not only resulted in a devastating loss of life but also has dealt with severe blow to the local economy. The repercussions of this tragic event will undoubtedly be far-reaching, affecting the livelihoods of countless individuals and deepening the scars left by violence in the region.
The United States Embassy in Mogadishu has donated 3 vehicles to Somalia's Judicial Training Institute, the Southwest State Office of the Attorney General, and the Hirshabelle Office of the Attorney General. This donation is part of the ongoing support from the United States to Somalia, specifically through the State Department's Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs and its Somalia Justice Support Program, SOMJUST. Our reporter has more on this story.
The United States Embassy in Mogadishu has donated 3 vehicles to Somalia's Judicial Training Institute, the Southwest State Office of the Attorney General, and the Hirshabelle Office of the Attorney General. The donation is part of the ongoing support from the U.S. to Somalia, specifically through the State Department Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, INL, and its Somalia Justice Support Program, SOMJUST. Speaking during the handover ceremony in Mogadishu, U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Dixon highlighted the crucial role played by the judicial officials in Somalia and their contribution to fighting crime and terrorism. The United States, through INL, has committed nearly $70 million over 8 years to support Somalia's justice, police, maritime security, and correction sectors through training, equipment, and operational support, demonstrating a continued investment in Somalia's judicial reforms and sustainable development. The Attorney General offices in Jubaland, Puntland, and Galmudug will also each receive a vehicle in the near future as part of the support.
Somalia President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has on Monday evening spearheaded an event in Mogadishu to award trophy to Galmudug Regional State that emerged victorious in the recently concluded interstate tournament. In a colorful ceremony held in the presidential palace, the Villa Somalia, the president presented medals to the Galmudug State team members, coaches and officials for their remarkable win in the tournament. Our reporter has more on the story.
Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud has, on Monday evening, spearheaded an event in Mogadishu to award the trophy to Galmudug State, who emerged victorious in the recently concluded interstate tournament. In a colourful ceremony held at the Presidential Palace, Villa Somalia, the President presented medals to the Galmudug State team members, coaches and officials from their remarkable win in the tournament. Additionally, the Hirshabelle State team was also featured in the ceremony for being the runners-up in the competition. Speaking at the ceremony, President Mahmoud commended the teams for their hard work and the sportsmanship they displayed in the tournament. He broadly reiterated the significance of sports in fostering unity and promoting camaraderie and harmony among the community. In a thrilling conclusion of the annual regional tournament on Monday the 29th of January, the Galmudug State team clinched the coveted championship cup after defeating Hirshabelle in a penalty shootout with a 4-1 victory following a 1-1 draw at full time. The win heralded Galmudug State's first title in this highly revered competition. The tournament, which featured teams from various regional administrations, encountered conspicuous absences and disputes. Puntland initially opted out of the tournament, citing political discourse with the federal government as the reason, while Southwest State exited the competition after their convoy was attacked on the way to their residence, resulting in the injuries of several players and extensive damage to the team's bus.
Now for our final story, Senegal's parliament on Monday voted to hold a postponed presidential election on December 15 in the face of public outcry that led some opposition lawmakers to blockade proceedings until security forces intervened. The move follows President Macky Sall's unprecedented announcement of a postponement on Saturday that pitched the nation into uncharted constitutional waters and threatens to further tarnish its reputation as a bastion of democratic stability in a region swept by coups.
Opposition politicians attempted to block proceedings on Monday as Senegal's parliament voted to hold a delayed election at the end of the year. It's a move likely to provoke further backlash and unrest.
This is not possible. They're stealing from the population of Senegal.
Tensions are high in the West African country after President Macky Sall's unprecedented announcement at the weekend, postponing the February 25th vote. On Monday, lawmakers were discussing a bill that initially proposed rescheduling the poll to August 25th and keeping Sall in power until his successor is installed. But by the evening and just before the final vote, the legislation was amended to propose the even later date of December 15th. It passed by 105 in the 165-seat assembly. That's despite around a dozen opposition lawmakers rushing the central dais and refusing to leave.
Senegalese people, you have in front of you the enemies of the nation. They will ask for a contrary opinion on what has just been done. This is a constitutional coup.
Security forces intervened to allow the vote to proceed. Outside Parliament, around 100 protesters were voicing their anger. Police fired tear gas, chased demonstrators into side streets, and made arrests. This protester said Sall should not be meddling with the constitution.
Macky Sall respects neither Senegal nor the Senegalese people. He is here for himself and for his personal interests.
Sall said he delayed the election because of a dispute over the candidate list and alleged corruption within the constitutional body that handled the list. However, some opposition and civil society groups have angrily rejected the delay and accused Sall of trying to postpone his departure. The F24 platform, a large group of organisations behind past demonstrations, and candidate Khalifa Sall have labelled what's going on as an institutional coup.
Dear viewers, that's all we have prepared for you tonight. Kindly stay connected to Dalsan TV platforms and we wish you a lovely evening.